let's get off our old man porch and get into a young man on our squad, again from Welt God. This is a fact, Pich. 87% of players who grow a beard in the summer end up increasing their NBA 2K rating by an average of 8 points. So Jalen Suggs is going to be going up from 76 to 84. Welt God has taken a photo from Jalen Suggs here. He's got the beard and the caption overly locked in. He has had his first, ladies and gentlemen, healthy offseason. And I don't think that we can really overstate that. Year one, if you remember, he hurt his thumb at the end of Summer League, and that hampered him all through the offseason, and then he got nicked up a bunch in his freshman campaign. Last year, got surgery offseason, minor surgery on the ankle, but surgery nonetheless. That sidelined him for a little while. This year, he's been doing great things. He did some basketball without borders work in foreign countries. He's been in Orlando now since then, it looks like, practicing in the team facility, just getting it in. I love to see this, Pich. I'm expecting a huge jump from Jalen Suggs. I expect him to be the starter night one. Are you there with me yet? What are you thinking for Jalen Suggs?
Yeah, I'm there. I feel like he's the starter night one. You said yet as if I wasn't ever there. Yeah, I think Jalen's the kind of guy that plays with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder, but it's a positive chip. And I think he's seeing, Paulo won the Rookie of the Year. I think Franz and Moritz are coming back with gold medals now. This is a guy who, like you said, had a full off season to train, get better. As we'll see later, his rating doesn't go up to an 84 yet. But I think that beard claim by Welt God is probably for the entire season, and never underestimate the power of a good beard. So I think it's going to be a good season for him. He is not the focal point of this squad, but he does have that dog mentality where he can do it. We've seen it over the course of the first two seasons where there are spurts where it's like he just drops like 15 points in like a quarter, and you're like, what the hell? Or he'll just have the confidence to pull up and hit a game winner when you know, okay, sure, go ahead. I like to have a player like that on our team while Franz and Paulo seem to be the face of the franchise and what's going on. You've got guys like him that are ready to bust out and be that third man that people talk about. Well, Cole Anthony's cracking jokes on the bench and coming off with a lot of fire, and Wendell's grabbing boards, and it's hard not to be excited about this team. We know who a lot of our players are, right?
Yeah.
I don't think we know who Jalen Suggs is yet. We know because we're expecting that, but we haven't actually seen the proof in the pudding. So as usual, it's about that time of year where I'm excited to actually watch our team get on the court so we can stop all the speculation and start seeing stuff. But I know we're still, about a month and a half away from that. But that's one of the things I'm looking forward most to seeing is his jump, because you expect Paulo jump, you expect Franz to still be great. This is the one thing. This is an X factor thing. Between him and Markelle Fultz being X factors of, can they take that next step that would put us in like a, top 4 or 5 in the East conversation.
No. Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly with what you said. I resonate with that too. Like we still haven't seen the Jalen Suggs that we all kind of think and know that he is. And you're absolutely right. I think he still knows that he's a guy. You see it in the confidence to take those final shots, which for a guy who has come in and had some of the struggles that he's had in the first couple years of his career, you wouldn't normally expect to still have that tenacity and that confidence, but he does, which I'm ecstatic about. He still has the belief in himself. And many, a weaker man, maybe even myself, may have been dejected at this point, may have been forlorn, but not Jalen Suggs. I mean, he came out, we thought that when we took him number 5, that he was going to be the face of the franchise. He was going to be our guard of the future. And we kind of quickly had to recalibrate our expectations. We learned that he's not a point guard, that's not what he's going to bring to this team. But we learn now what he can bring, and we believe that it can go to another level. And what we already know that he can bring, Pich, is he's top 10% amongst guards in the league in steal percentage, block percentage, offensive rebound percentage. Let me translate that for you. He got that dog in him. Okay, all those stats like defense, offensive rebounding, those are things that are, hustle stats that you're going to get when he's just an uber competitor. And that has gotten him into some trouble in terms of injuries. He goes 100,000% all the time, which is both his strength and his weakness. But I think over the last year, we saw him understanding how to control that speed, that force of play a little bit more. And we're seeing it now in the numbers and the play on the court. He was finishing a lot of games for us with the Magic at the end of the year. I pulled up just to see it and to stamp my point about he should be starting the lineups with the starters with Gary Harris and the lineups with the starters with Jalen Suggs. And those starting lineups with Jalen Suggs, while they had only about 10% of the minutes that Gary Harris did, they're better offensively and they're significantly by like almost 10 points better defensively. So I believe in Jalen Suggs' shot. I know it's a small sample size, but last 30 games, he shot 37.5% from three on 3.5 attempts per game. So that's pretty damn good. I always liked the look of his shot. It always looked really balanced. It has a nice flow to it. I always liked the look. And it started to come along when he got consistency. When the rest of our team started to get healthy, that's when Jalen Suggs really started to come on. I'm expecting a huge, huge year from Jalen Suggs this year.
Yeah, to your earlier point, I've heard that he is such an uber competitor that when him and the boys are going somewhere, he will fight with them to see who can get their car here there faster to where they're going.
Is that true, or are you fucking with me?
Yeah, I'm fucking with you. It's a joke. I don't know. I don't know if he's an Uber guy or a Lyft guy or if he just has a driver.
Oh, it was an Uber pun. I completely missed the Uber pun. I thought it because
you use Uber a lot, and I always think Uber is a car delivery service for humans and food.
I just couldn't picture a man as wealthy as him in Uber. I think that's where the cognitive dissonance came in. But let us know. What do you think? What's your expectations for Jalen Suggs, ladies and gentlemen? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, do you think he Ubers? Let me know.